Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Allow me to introduce to you myself. My name is Gaddafi Mamsalik Jr. And today we're going to discuss about the types of e-portfolios and the best practices in the use of e-portfolios. In today's digital age, educational institutions are increasingly using electronic portfolios, which is the e-portfolios, as a tool for the learning, assessment, reflection, and career preparation. E-portfolios allow the student to collect, organize, and present their academic work, achievements, and learning experiences in a digital format. They help learners to monitor their progress, reflect on their growth, and showcase their skills to various audiences. Technology-driven in the world, the school and universities are using electronic portfolios right now. E-portfolios to support the students' learning and development. An e-portfolio is a digital collection of the students' work, achievements, skills, and learning experiences. Unlike the traditional paper portfolios, e-portfolios can include documents, images, videos, presentations, and other multimedia materials. Types of e-portfolios. An e-portfolio is a digital collection of the student's work, achievements, skills, reflections, and learning experiences that demonstrates growth and accomplishments over time. And it may include documents, image, videos, presentations, projects, and also the reflective writings. And according to Barra 2008, e-portfolios can be viewed either as a tool for learning or as a tool for assessment. This distinction leads to different types of e-portfolios depending on their purpose and intended audience. Because e-portfolios can be used for different purposes and audiences, several types of e-portfolios exist, and some are designed mainly for the personal learning and reflection, while others are intended to showcase accomplishment for academic evaluation, employment opportunities, or professional development. And the purpose of the audience determine the content and structure of the e-portfolio. First is we have the assessment e-portfolio. An assessment e-portfolio is designed primarily for evaluating student performance and measuring learning outcomes. The audience for this type of portfolio is usually internal to the institution, such as the teachers, administrators, and program evaluators. It is used to determine whether the students have met the specific educational standards and objectives. Okay, sir, what is the purpose of assessment e-portfolio? So the purpose of this is to assess the student learning, measure the academic achievement, and also to support institutional evaluation and accreditation. For example, a student submits selected assignments and projects to demonstrate mastery of course competencies. Another one is we have the learning e-portfolio. A learning e-portfolio is focuses on the student's learning and journey and personal growth. This portfolio encourages the students to reflect on their experience, identify their strengths and weaknesses, and connect the learning across the different subjects and activities. The primary audience is the student themselves. So what's the purpose of this type of portfolio? So this portfolio is promote reflection and self-assessment. It encourages the lifelong learning to help the students to understand their learning process. What are the example of this type of portfolio? Example is a student includes journals, reflections, and evidence of progress throughout a semester. Next is we have the career or the transfer e-portfolio. A career or transfer e-portfolio is designed to showcase a student's achievements, their skills, and qualifications to internal audiences. This type of portfolio is intended for employers, scholarship committees, or educational institutions. It highlights the student's best work and accomplishments. So, what is the purpose of this type of portfolio? Of course, the purpose is to showcase the skills and achievements it highlights, of course, and to support job application. Then, it assists with college or university transfers. Sir, what are the example of this type of portfolios? So example, a graduating student creates an online portfolio containing he or she certificates, projects, resumes, and work samples for potential employer. What is the importance of e-portfolios? Okay, the e-portfolios helps the student to organize their academic work and to reflect on their learning experiences by monitoring their personal growth. And it also demonstrates their achievements and prepare for the future educational and career opportunities. That is the importance of studying the e-portfolios. The best practices in the use of e-portfolios. It is referred to the effective methods and strategies that help to maximize the benefit of the e-portfolios for both teaching and learning. And when properly implemented, e-portfolios become valuable tools that enhance the students' engagement, reflection, and academic achievements. Best practices are proven methods or techniques and strategies that help to ensure the effective use of e-portfolios in educational settings, and these practices guide both teachers and us as students in using e-portfolios in a meaningful and organized way. When an e-portfolios are properly implemented, they become more than just digital storage spaces for students' work because they encourage and active learning, increase the students' engagement, and promote self-reflection by allowing the learners to think critically about their progress, their strength, and areas for improvement. And additionally, e-portfolios help the student to take greater responsibility for their learning and provide evidence of their academic growth and achievements over time. And then, by following best practices, educators can create a more effective learning environment where e-portfolios supporting assessment, personal development, and lifelong learning. Best practices in the use of e-portfolios. First is explain the benefits of e-portfolios to your students. A student should understand how e-portfolios can support their learning, improve academic performance, and showcase their achievements. So what are the benefits? It includes deeper learning, the higher academic achievements, it increases the self-awareness and the opportunity to share accomplishments and better career preparation. Second is we have to establish a clear expectations. The teachers should clearly communicate the what are they expected to include in their e-portfolios and how they will evaluate it. Why it is important? Of course, to clear the guidelines help the student to understand the purpose of the reflection and encourage the meaningful participation. Number three is we have to provide examples of successful e-portfolios. By showing the student the high quality examples, it helps them to understand what an effective e-portfolios looks like. So the benefits is it provides guidance, of course, and then sets quality standards, and it also inspires them creatively and organization. Number four is we have scaffold student learning. Yes, I believe this is a effective method or practices, no? So, a scaffold student learning. Students should be guided gradually through the process of creating and maintaining an e-portfolio. Why? Because the start one with artificial assignment, it encourages reflection on completed work, and it helps the student to connect learning experiences across the subject. And the benefit of it is the student gain confidence and develop their reflective thinking skills. Number five is we have the walk the talk. The teachers should create and share their own e-portfolios to serve as the models for the student, to be the role model. Why? Because it demonstrates authenticity and builds credibility, helps teachers to understand the students' challenges. Number six is we have tie e-portfolios to assessment. Since maintaining an e-portfolio requires a time and effort, it should be integrated into course assessment. Why? Because it encourages the student participation, it increases their commitment, and also recognize students' work and effort. Number seven is we have to make it social. The students should have opportunities to view, to discuss, and provide feedback on each other's e-portfolios. So, peer the strategies that we're gonna use is to peer review activities, online discussion forums, and a collaborative reflection sessions. Why it benefits? Because it builds a learning community, of course, by sharing your knowledge to other co-students or as future educator. And it also encourages the collaboration, yes, then develops communication and feedback skills. So why is that e-portfolios are powerful digital tools? Because it support learning, assessment, reflection, and career development. So the three main types of e-portfolios: assessment e-portfolios, learning e-portfolios, and career or transfer e-portfolios are served different purposes and audiences. And to maximize their effectiveness, educators should follow the best practices such as explaining their benefits, setting clear expectations, providing examples, scaffolding learning, modeling their use, and integrating them into assessment, and promoting social interaction. And when used, it is used effectively, and e-portfolios become valuable instrument for the student growth and the lifelong learning and professional success. I guess that's all for my part. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something new. Thank you.